Danish design is well respected throughout the world. To learn more, we visit the Danish Design Center. We begin our tour through history of Danish design in the 1950s. What was going on in the 1950s?
1950 was just after the war, so there was not that much money, but there was a huge power to create something. So a lot of the things you see here is created at that time, and the thing was that there were new materials. Lego is there. Lego started, in like 52. Denmark is a nation of play. We like to work hard, but we also like to play, and Lego is just the thing where you can build, you're not supposed to do whatever you were told by your parents. You could just dream away. And
that's the great thing about Legos.
It is.
And that hasn't changed all the way to the day.
Hasn't changed, and you see even adults still playing with Lego now. They put a lot of computers in them so you can do things like robots.
The psychedelic 60s.
It is, yes. That's what we call the hippie thing, the flower power of things. And what happened was that when we looked at the 50s, that was all natural materials. So plastic were introduced. And we had this fantastic designer called Werner Panton. He did this chair and all these environments, sort of psychedelic things. And at the same time, getting back to your roots, you also had this television thing by Bang & Olufsen, who was sort of a little bit spacey, right? This is modern.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
That's
it's in my home when I was a kid, so
really?
Yeah.
Now we're in the 70s. When I was a kid, I would have liked this thing.
Oh, you should have had one. The 70s was sort of, like systems, and the 80s was about systems. How can we get systems to work? The whole idea was, it was not just one thing, it was everything.
A lot of that is still current today too, though, because these are the same taps in our hotel room.
Yes, and I have them at home, and I think my kids will always have them at home, so they're here.
If it ain't broke, why fix it? So now we arrive at the 90s.
Yeah, but let's skip the 90s. We didn't do much cool design in the 90s.
Very well.
Let's go to the next.
So now we're in the new millennium.
Yeah.
And I love this. That is super cool.
That's fantastic. That's a one-off.
Is it?
But it is a cool thing, and also the lamp is telling you that now materials can do that, and technology is going into design.
Neil, I'm impressed. Thank you very much for the tour through time, and I can see why Danish architecture, Danish design has been so relevant for so many decades, and for decades to come.
Yeah, and come back in 10 years and we will show the next part.
I'd love to.
See you. Bye.
Tak.